Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis, and this is Kaon Reviews. Alright, now as you saw in the intro, today's video review is going to focus on Star Wars, The Clone Wars, AHSOKA, the Vintage Collection. And I have to say, so far I am really liking the way this figure is. One thing that I kind of noticed just now is that she's got, let me see if I can zoom in so you can see. I got a new lighting setup, so there we go, right there. Now I'm not sure if you're seeing this correctly, but she's got two pairs of lightsabers, one with the blade already ignited and the other one loose when she's not in battle. And I have to say, that is pretty awesome. Though of course, personally I think it's kind of redundant to have unsabered. Why not just go ahead and make the blades where they pop off? But Hasbro's in Hasbro's wisdom, they probably thought this would pretty much be better, but because of the size of the weapons, there is a chance of losing these. So if you're not a collector, I would not recommend giving this to a kid. But again, that's my own personal opinion. I'm a big kid myself, so there we go. But let's go ahead and take a look at that. Now we got some really great illustration of AHSOKA. Now granted, I kind of wish they took a still from the Clone Wars series and probably modeled this, but I think I kind of have an idea as to why they didn't do that, and it's mostly because to give her that same realistic look about her. As I'm going to zoom in once again, and you're going to see her face right there, and that's as much as I can do here. So there you go. I'll try and keep the light shining on her. There we go. Now as you can tell, she's got a, it's sort of like a cross, a semi-realistic look of her, if she were to appear at that age in live action, but she still retains the look that she was made for in Clone Wars. So very, very nice. So give me a moment, I want to go ahead and reattach my lamp. There we go, and put her back right there. And there are people honking outside, don't know why. I'm not even going to inquire about it. None of my concern. Anyway, going back to this. So she's got some really good look. Very nice. The artwork's nice. It's all right. As you can tell, they did go ahead and give her that vintage retro card backing. As you saw, with a lot of the old 77, the original trilogy figures. So that's pretty nice. And on the back side, you will see what other figures appear in this line. Now here you have, of course, AHSOKA, as we're going to review today. We got Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Mace Windu, Yoda, Fennec Shand from The Mandalorian, the Death Watch Mandalorian, and the Clone Trooper 101st Legion. So not bad. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to take one final look at her, and I dropped a penny. Alright, no biggie. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to take one final look at her, and without any further ado, let's go ahead and get her opened up. All right, folks, there she is out of her packaging and displaying each of her lightsabers. One ignited, one not. And not too bad. I took an opportunity to go ahead and play around with her and kind of pose her up and whatnot. And like with some of the figures of this line, their limbs are a little bit soft, so I kind of worry about that. But there is some very good detail. I'm going to go ahead and bring her a little bit closer to you. There she is. And this is what I was talking about, the semi-realistic look on her. Very nice looking. I'm really liking that face sculpt. And of course you can tell she's got, there it is. She's got that braid that she had when she was a Padawan. And I'm wondering, yeah, there it is. It kind of edges along her lip right there. So very, very nice there. I'm really liking that. And I mean, like I said, it's some really good detail there around her face sculpt. I mean, wow. Now, of course, as you can tell, I'm going to zoom out of the figure just a bit so you can take a look. There's some plastic scuffing along her shoulders and stuff, and I think that's when they ejected, the limbs from the mold before they did the paint and everything. And I'm kind of on the fence in my opinion concerning the there we go. Eyes up here, buddy. Sorry, I'm over here jawing away and I forgot where the camera was focusing on, so I do apologize for that. Anyway, so as I was saying before my camera got distracted, yes, I'm blaming it on the camera. You can tell along the arms and stuff, there wasn't a whole lot of smoothing done on there. You can tell there's some scuffing along the cleavage, as you can see from the cleavage hole. And the paint application is, I don't know. I do apologize for my fingers. I had been busy pretty much cleaning up, so I do apologize. I did wash and everything else, so yeah, sorry about that. But as you can tell from, I mean, they did do some really good molded designs on there. They did do some good paint applications along there, but for some reason, her gauntlets, her bands around her, and basically her upper top, I don't know if someone on the assembly line was just sleeping. I really don't know. And then of course you got some designs along the pants and the clips along her boots, and you can see some, looks like some wear along the bottoms of her boots. So yeah, not too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the detail that they had for these lightsabers. Take a look at what I am seeing. And I'm going to try, and there we go, like so. Very, very nice. I cannot stress how detailed they went at it. Though it looks like it kind of looks painted, because you can tell it looks like the blade, it has ignited. But I'm thinking this was one clear solid piece and they just painted and added the details on that. And then of course you have, and I'm going to take the other lightsaber, there we go. Oh, oops. See, there we go, right there. And this is what the smaller one looks like ignited. I would show you the unignited one, but as you saw earlier, my fingers are a little worse for wear right now. But all in all, not too bad. You can tell there is, as a matter of fact, the difference between this lightsaber, and forgive my fingers, and this one, I'm gonna try and focus right there, is the fact that there is that peg right there that you see, that large peg, and that is going to go into the little port right there. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Holster this puppy in there. Like so. So let's take off that one. Oh, you know what? Because that's the more dominant lightsaber. There we go, like so. And I'm gonna go ahead, zoom out a bit so you can see Ahsoka as she is brandishing her unignited lightsaber. So very, very nice. Let's go ahead and get to articulation. Right, so here we are. She has not moved all that much, if at all. So we're going to start off with the head, which can go around 360, but you're gonna wind up bumping her liku to, you know, around her her shoulders and such. Now her arms can rotate 360. They're on a type of hinge, so they can lift up like so, and they do have a type of rotation at the elbow, which you can bend at 90 degrees. But in addition, they also bend at the forearm. Hence, you got that little right there. So very, very nice there. She also has around a mid-waist rotation here, and she can kick up a little bit, almost 90 degrees. She can bend her knee at 90 degrees, and she does have a little bit of an ankle tilt. Her foot can go, oh no, yeah, her foot can go back and can go up just a little, but not by much. So I mean, this is even though this is a small vintage figure, there is some little bit of opposability. I'm thinking when they came out with this vintage line, they wanted to do like a mini I was gonna say Studio Series, a mini Black Series version, but in a more compact and smaller, you know, 3.5, 3.25 type of, you know, measurements. So not too bad. So as a matter of fact, just so happens, we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a size comparison between them. I don't have many vintage size figures, but the one that I do have is, you know, I will bring out and we'll do a comparison. Okay, and there she is with Ahsoka, a much more older version of her. Which I shouldn't say older, I would say much more mature version of her. And I have to say they're basically as night and day, you know. Now, for some reason though, this version has much more articulation than this one over here. Now, one thing I just noticed also is that she does have some soft goods here for her skirt, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, you know, this version does not have the same articulation as this one here. So I mean, she's cool and everything, but the one thing I'm really not enjoying is the lack of articulation with this particular figure. Now with this Ahsoka, I mean, she is pretty awesome. So it gives her the ability to do those wide stance, you know, poses and everything. There we go. Wow, damn it. Now that's one of the things that I have an issue with as well, is their ability to actually stand. So hence again, posing is going to be an issue. But there they are, both together side by side, and like I said, not too bad of a figure. Honestly, I have to admit, I forgot I even ordered her. I mean, I saw the charge on my bank statement. I'm like, what the hell? So I checked into it, and lo and behold, they sent me an email. Hasbro Pulse sent me an email, and thanking me for my purchase. And I look into it. Lo and behold, it's this figure. I'm like, when the hell did I order this? Okay. I called them. Hasbro Pulse and asked them, was there any way to cancel the order? And they're like, no, it's already in the process of being shipped out. It's like, okay, no worries, no problem. I'm not worried about it. And they did tell me, oh well, I mean, if you want to return it, just wait till it gets here and just go ahead and return it back to us. But considering I've opened her up and reviewing her, yeah, that's fine. I'm not worried too much about it. It's cool. But yeah, that was funny. But okay, enough of me babbling. I'll give you a moment to get her situated, and I'm going to come back with my final words on the figure as well as my score. Alright, so there she is once again, AHSOKA Tano, and this time, holding just one of her lightsabers. So not too bad. Like I mentioned earlier, she's a nice looking figure. I did find the plastic a little soft, honestly, and even with as a matter of fact, I would say this version of Ahsoka, her plastic, it was not as soft. There was some stiffness in the limbs and everything, so it gave good range of motion. But as for this one, I mean, it still gives good range of motion and everything, but it just felt soft along the limbs, and her posability notwithstanding was extremely lacking. Honestly, it didn't have the same feel as the other Ahsoka figure that I just showed off right now. I mean, it gave you the ability to do wide angle stances and everything, so that's one thing that I really liked about that figure. This one, it's more straight. There's no you can't widen the stance or anything, so it's like I said, I just found it very lacking. It's a nice looking figure and everything, but articulation, plastic quality, even the paint applications on certain parts of her, again, lacking. I mean, granted, there were some paint apps along her belt, the sash that drapes down along the sides of her boots and her pants, even her headpiece, her liku and everything, that had some really good paint applications. But for some reason, they dropped the ball around the gauntlets and around the chest piece. It looked like it was missing something. I can't explain it. I don't know what it is about it. It's just that the chest and waist sections was just lacking. It could be because of the design of the outfit, but that's how I feel on that. So on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm gonna go ahead and give her a 7. And I'm being very generous in this case, because if I was a total asshole, I'd actually go ahead and give her a 5. But right now I'm feeling generous, so I'm gonna give her a 7. And of course, it's all because of the issues that I mentioned just now. So that's my take on the figure, my own personal opinion. I'd like to hear from you all. Have you gotten this figure? And if so, do you like her? Do you hate her? Let me know in the comments section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Click onto the bell icon so you can be notified when I post up new videos. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.